Hello, how are you? Today I'd like to talk about death, the end, and mortality, and our mortality. I think I've been thinking a lot about it. I always think a lot about death, and I'm always called. People generally will say that I'm being morbid, and maybe I am. Maybe I am being morbid in talking about death. But when I talk about it, I don't mean it in a way like I don't mean it to be morbid in a negative way. I mean it to be morbid in a true way, in that we are all morbidity is a part of us. Like we're all gonna get sick. We're all gonna get injured. We're all gonna need to recover, and we're all gonna die. I spent a lot of time as a urologist explaining to patients why their body does not work as well when they're 60s, in their 60s, 70s, or even in their 50s, 40s, like it did when they were in their 20s or in their 30s. And yes, a big part of that is taking care of your body, exercising, eating right, which in and of itself that's not easy. And then on top of that, even if you do everything right, even if you were lucky and you did everything right, I guess if you were really lucky and you did everything right, then maybe you would not have any seriously debilitating conditions. You would take care of your body, you would eat right, you would not be overworked, you would get enough sleep, you would live a very long life, and you would die in your sleep with the love of your life who dies at the exact same time as you, but you still die. uh, my point here is that we've heard about all of there's a lot of philosophy like amor fati, no, not amor fati, memento mori in Stoic philosophy, which is meditating on your death or something like that, or your mortality, which is and a lot of in a lot of Eastern meditation practices, it is beneficial to contemplate our mortality and how this is all going to end. And I think it transfers a lot into my day-to-day job as a urologist in healthcare, because even though I'm not dealing with patients, like the amount of times that I have a patient of mine that dies when they're under my care is very, very rare. It happens, but it's very rare. But I'm not even talking about mortality in those life or death situations. I'm talking about in your day-to-day decision making, in how you take care of your body, and how you decide to spend your day, because you are not going to be around forever. Your body's not going to work as well as it does or as it did forever. And then eventually it's going to break down. And eventually we're all going to be somewhere else. And I try to, in the most tactful way possible, encourage patients to consider that, when especially when they are coming to me about issues that are extremely distressing to them, and and I don't have anything for them. I don't have a magic surgery or a medication to make them better. And I, based on my experience, I feel like, this is not going to go away just like that. And I don't even know how it can go away or how it can be addressed, but I see that you are suffering, and I wish I could help. I want to help, and the only way I feel like I can help is by giving you a having you consider a new way to relate with whatever this is that's causing you so much suffering. And there's a tendency for anything that is in the direction of death or pain, um, or a decrease in functionality is necessarily a bad thing, a negative thing. It can be a negative thing. I don't think it's always a negative thing if it is how things go. If it is the general direction of how things go, which is you age, we get sick, we get weak, we lose our vision, we lose our erections, we lose our bladder capacities, we lose our continence, we lose our ability to swim, we lose our memory. We lose who we are. We lose who our families are. There's this, and this can happen. This will happen. And there's no there's no fix for that. At least not one we've come up with yet. So, yeah, continue to do all you can, to be all you can, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do, and you can only do it for so long.